Morning, everybody. Today's Monday, August 25th. So we are coming to the end of the month. Um, hasn't been a great month productivity wise, but let's let's touch on a few things. One, I know we had a couple of calls last week, and I appreciate everybody's frustration with um, some of the operations and operation contiguous items. Um, and it would be nice if we had people to do them. But I should remind everybody that it's still just me, right? So yeah, hopefully that changes soon. The other thing that I wanted to mention was, or reaffirm, was that our designs are put together in order to get the partner approval. Um, I've already said this a couple of times, but um, I'll say it again. Uh, they are not um, what I would call uh, engineering complete or correct, right? Um, we will have to do design reviews on those, even as sorry, spider webs down the boreen here. We will need to do design reviews in order to in order to make them design um, correct. The other thing that I want everybody to um, try and get a grasp of is that we need to complete another 230 designs, hopefully by the end of the year. Um, that's we're not going to do that by slowing down, right? So we're gonna have to keep focusing on getting the initial design complete, getting the partner approval of the methodology, and then scheduling um, design reviews with the team. Uh, I, I, you all may not be um, kind of up on uh, what I would consider to be engineering best practice or engineering protocol for things like that, but um, you would never have somebody, no matter how good they are, uh, create a design without some kind of oversight. I know when I was doing bridge work, right, there would be probably three signatures before anything, left the office. Uh, Even doing things like uh, real property development and things like that, there would always be at least three reviewers. Um, it's just not really practical to um, to do it another way, right? You could have one person do it and have them take like 8 times as long to sit there and try and get through things they might have overlooked. But the better way, the more efficient way, is to have other people pick it up with a fresh set of eyes and review it, right? So we're not going to be able to get away from that. Um, Once the operations team is um, fully staffed or more staffed, I think we can do a pretty good job, right? Um, Between myself and Jake, the design person, and the operations deployment um, director, right? Uh, Plenty of perspective, plenty of understanding, plenty of new eyes, right? And we're going to have the technical oversight committee, which is Mike, Biden, and myself, review all the typical details and make sure that they're up to snuff, because that is kind of 90% of the design, right? So yeah, that's important. Okay, I don't want to kind of reiterate the scheduling process, but I do want to make sure everybody understands that we are scheduling more than we are committing to. It is the only way that we are going to be able to hit our targets, because with these type of projects, things happen, and we need to have the ability to adjust when those things happen. So hopefully everybody understands that. Also, we're not at the point yet where we have 90 days of backlog deployment work, right? So once we get to that point, I think customer success and whoever can certainly start dictating, right, which jobs we put where. But until that point, right, we have jobs that are workable, and we're going to need to push, right? Operations going to need to push to get them in the schedule, right? Otherwise, we're going to lose vendors and we're going to fall behind, right? That's just kind of the way it goes. So as far as vendors go, iServe is kind of off and running. They've adjusted their I would say attitude in the field a little bit, to make sure that they get the job logs in so we can automate some of the things that we're doing. Some of you probably saw the automated weekly report, right, that came out for Fairweather Salem sometime over the weekend. So that's important. We have Centerline and Phoenix that I believe I should be able to assign projects to, so they can start ordering material and prepping. I'm hoping we get to the contract point in the next 48 hours with both of them. I'll also be calling back ITC. I'm going to have a conversation with John this week. I think he probably understands that I was kind of unhappy with his reply. So he and I'll have a little conversation, and I'll see if they're willing to pick up a couple of projects for us. And the last thing, look, we should get our funding. I would think any day now. We set aside $500,000 for inventory in our warehouse in Massachusetts. We have a forecast of materials. Just need somebody to update it, and we can certainly start putting in those orders, and get going. Right, I'm truly concerned that we're coming up on September, and we really only have about maybe 60 working days left in the year. How we're going to get to where we're going to get to is going to be a challenge, right? So once again this week, I may not be available all that much. So please forgive me if I don't turn up to some of the meetings that I might normally turn up to. my plan is as soon as I get some people to do some things, I will be able to kind of be more available. All right, I hope everybody had a nice weekend. I did. I didn't really do much over the weekend. I did very little Air Vivo wise. I did a little bit of work on the cottage. Got the water system straightened out. Did some work with Mary around the house. That kind of stuff. Went for a couple runs. It was a good weekend. All right. I hope you're all doing well, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.